What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wax Packs and Warning Tracks, Mojobreak's baseball card podcast. Cody and Bubba with you. All-Star Phase 1 voting has ended, and there are some surprise names at the top of the list, and we're going to talk about that. I mean, we're going to talk about surprises. This is one of the ultimate surprises of All-Star voting I think I have ever seen, and we will discuss that as we talk about breakout players here in the first half of the Major League season. We talked about some breakout stars early in the year. Some of those guys are still having great breakout seasons. So, like, if you're expecting us to have more in-depth discussions about Ben Rice, Jordan Walker, those types of guys, well, we've talked about them at length. They're doing their thing. We're going to dig into some other guys that maybe kind of flew by our radar that are having breakout years. Should you buy them? Should you sell them? Should you hold them? A little bit of Taxi Squad. We haven't done that in a while. So, but before we get into that, first of all, it's absolutely popping in the shop here at Mojobreak Shop. I love to see it. World Cup fever has swept the nation.
World Cup. It's today's crazy because there are like 8 games on or something like that. Or 6 games on. 2 at 1 o'clock, 2 at 4 o'clock, 2 at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, they're doing the double up now that we're getting towards the end of the group stage. Very cool.
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, we're doing a sticker trading thing going on here in the ping pong table area.
The ping pong table, which, look,
it's a polarizing table.
It's a very polarizing table. It's a topic of discussion on the hype every single week. Dan always is in a panic over this table. And you know what? I think he'd be thrilled to see this right now. He'd be like, I love that it's being used for something that isn't ping pong.
This is the ideal utilization of said ping pong table.
Yeah.
And it's a Panini ping pong table as well. So
that's true.
That's cool that it's anyway.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, every Thursday through the end of the World Cup, if you guys are here locally, come through to the shop 3 to 6 p.m. every Thursday. We're having I'm calling it the World Cup happy hour because you get 20%, I believe it's 20% off all retail, $30 off all hobbies, and you trade your stickers. And I think while supplies last, you get a free softcover sticker booklet as well.
Sweet.
Pretty good. Yeah. And you know what? I love that soccer fans have infiltrated baseball stadiums. It's been awesome to see.
Yeah.
Scotland, who doesn't look like they're going to be making it to the next round, which is a shame because they made a Marlins game exciting.
Scotland.
They made Marlins baseball in Miami must-see TV. Good for them.
You know, and as if the Marlins needed a little help, we're going to talk about someone that's been really helping out the Marlins this year a little bit later. But
we will.
World Cup is just it's everywhere, and it's awesome. I love it. I mean, shoot, I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
I think that it's okay. So I was talking to someone the other day, and I was like, it's like really cool because every other year, at least for my lifetime, and you'd have to travel outside the United States to get the experience of what you hear every year and all the time, like, oh, soccer, soccer's the biggest sport in the world, but we just don't see it here because it's not here. The earthquakes are cool and stuff in San Jose and everything, but like it's not the same.
MLS is different than international play. 100%.
And so how cool, and just feel very blessed that we have that part of the world and like that huge corner of the sports world that we all love so much that has come to us now, and we get to engage with it in different ways and have these fan events and these happy hours, and it's really cool. Yeah,
it's been the demand and the turnout has been incredible around here. So,
and we're ripping the Prism product on Fanatics Live today. If you're watching this today. And I think Mojobreak.com and everywhere you consume your Mojobreak breaks, the stuff is crazy. And if you're a card investor or a quick flipper, for you guys out there, it's this, you want to get in on this. The stuff's hot. So,
but look, as a baseball fan, I don't know about you. There's a little part of me of like, man, this is our moment to, not that I'm hating on this, of course, this has been a blast, but
no, valid though.
It's hard not to, I want to have baseball conversations.
Yes.
And it's like, I come in and I'm like, hey man, Miz spinning a gem the other night. He looked great, man. I'm just loving watching Miz. What do you guys think? And it's crickets.
They're like Paraguay tied.
Paraguay tied. Like, All right. Cool, man. That's fine.
Yeah, the best part about, I think, being a United States soccer fan for these few months, I mean always, but you know what I mean,
Sure,
is that they're actually winning. And
they are good.
Someone told me they're like, oh, the U.S., like the only reason they're in it is because they're hosting. Otherwise, they wouldn't have qualified. Look, they can't be the worst team.
Clearly not.
And they're favorites going into the Turkey game. So
look,
I think it's ours to lose.
I think I said at the beginning of this, I'm like, look, if they make it to round of 16, that's a great finish.
Dude, it's anyone's game once you get to the round of 16.
And now it's like, well, it feels like round of 16 is like very, very, very likely. Could be likely. I don't want, knock on wood. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But yeah, it's been fun. So, all right.
Anyway, yeah, stay tuned.
Lots of great soccer stuff. But let's talk the American pastime, which soccer fans have been enjoying. The Norway fans were in full effect at the Mets game. That was fun to see.
Yeah,
I love that they're taking it in, and it's been very fun. Before we get into our discussion of some of the breakout stars, all-star stuff as well, we'll kind of tap into that. I do want to talk to you about, we kind of talked about it off air a little bit, because kind of the talk of baseball right now is Dalton Rushing and Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
And their lack of communication, or Ohtani, for the first time ever, Shohei Ohtani looked visibly frustrated on a baseball field. Mm-hmm. It was a very strange look, to the point where, and now this is back-to-back starts, him asking for the pitch com, or not the pitch com, but you know what I mean. Yeah, he was trying to challenge pitches.
Yeah.
That was the most aggressive call for it I have ever seen. Ohtani, like, the moment he saw it, he was like slapping his head. Like, I didn't want him to get hurt.
Yeah.
And he was right. That was the crazy thing. After a couple times Dalton Rushing had waved him off, said, no, don't do that.
That wouldn't hurt me. Yeah. Because, okay, in real time, I thought that Rushing was correct.
I did too.
I thought it was low. Which maybe it was just a bad frame job, or did he bail out on the pitch and didn't try to? I don't know. It was close, and it's not like it was a strike by like a mile. It was, but it also wasn't like the closest call that we've seen too.
No.
Okay, look, let me break it down real quick. Dalton Rushing's had his controversies, right? Everyone knows it. Giants fans feel a certain way. Jung-Hoo Lee feels a certain way. He's rigid. He's kind of not new. He's not quite young anymore, but he's still kind of like new to the league-ish. He's been around for a bit, and he's kind of been waiting for his time to shine. He's been under Will Smith for his entire pro career, and that's not really going to change. And Dodger fans, we've been talking about, where does he fit in? He doesn't necessarily, because players of that caliber, high caliber, top tier caliber, they deserve to play every day. And if Dalton Rushing is going to ever be the Dalton Rushing that the Dodgers thought he was going to be when they drafted him, then he can't be that version on the Dodgers with Will Smith there. So he needs to be, look, they traded away Keibert Ruiz a handful of years back, and he was able to like flourish and shine. And, he's still in the league, and he's been good.
He's the starting catcher.
Yeah, he's been
for
good.
A team that's been very surprisingly good with the Nationals.
Yeah, they lead the league in runs scored, or they're in the top five, I think.
Still, every time I look at that lineup, and I get it, there's a lot of good names, but it still boggles the mind that they are number one in offense.
It's awesome. And yeah, they're like a wild card team or something like
that. They are very firmly in it. They are in the hunt. It's cool to see.
Yeah, so like these, and not that the Nationals are built up or made up of all like former Dodgers, but like these, it's just an example of these are good ball players that need a place to play. All right, fast forward to what just happened with Shohei. You kind of like are like, all right, we were already thinking about trading him. Now, like, is Shohei thinking about trading him?
Yeah.
And it's like wild to say, and like for all the old school fans out there, not even old school fans, but like longtime baseball fans, I'll say, like players don't dictate general manager decisions or even like managerial decisions. But Shohei, I could see, and this is just like, and the Dodgers would never come out and say this or admit this, but like I could see Shohei like really calling some shots. Like you've heard about like LeBron James, the Lakers,
yeah,
and like being very vocal and stuff. I don't see why this isn't any different of a situation. What do you think?
I think it's 100%. If Shohei, the thing is, Shohei's not the kind of guy. I mean, again, I don't know him personally, but from the outside looking in, he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who says, "Give me that guy, take this guy out of here." But
when he does,
which is why if
when
he is
might,
going to do that, which he's also very smart and understands he has the power to do that if he wants to, and so if he does do that, it's even more impetus on the Dodgers to be like, well, we have to make him happy. We have to we've given him the world. This is our entire franchise.
Right.
He's on his shoulders. So if he's like, no, I can't work with this guy, then it just gives them even more reason to say it's time to move on. To this, if we're going to flip to baseball cards, Rushing was having a nice little bounce back in the market at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Here you go. His first Bowman. This was on April 22nd when he got to a really hot start. Will Smith had some injury, so he was getting more playing time. $400 for a PSA 10 first Bowman auto. Jump to today, $142 for the same exact card.
Yeah.
The play has been, he's been in a big slump. I think in his last 27 games, he's batting 188 with a 288 slugging percentage. So at the plate, it's not happening. Yeah. And now behind the plate, there's disagreements with your best player, the best player on the planet. Not going well.
Yeah, it just can't happen. And like Dalton's great. I'd love for I don't know. Players are a full package. It's the full player. That's who you get. So on and off the field, and I just hope he's doing all right. Because sometimes too, there's a lot of pressure. You're in LA, a lot riding on things.
You're in a clubhouse of superstars.
Clubhouse of superstars. Yeah. Greatness is expected, demanded, and displayed on a daily basis. And if you're I just can't even imagine the pressure. So I just take care of yourself out there,
Yeah, you know what? He did all the right things after the game where he said, you know what, I didn't have a good day today. I that's on me. Everything that happened today.
It was a little emo boy.
It was a little.
It was a
little. There was other things where he's like, I don't need to be talked to that way or whatever. I can't remember that comment. He said something about Dave Roberts kind of taking him aside after and then kind of saying something, and we don't know what he said, but
he put his arm around his shoulder. Yeah. It was just like, you can imagine.
I think it was more like, I don't want to have to be talked to that way.
Yeah. I shouldn't have to be.
Right. But when you read that without the context, it sounds like somebody's, bitching and moaning.
Yeah. In full context, it was a very self-deprecating post-game interview, taking questions on the matter. Especially in LA, those guys are media trained. So whether he was genuine or not, I think the video shows for itself. The replay review shows for itself. He was in the wrong, and dude, get over it.
Yeah.
You saw him hitting himself in the head in the dugout and stuff.
It's a lesson to be learned, and he's
in Little League.
I think to me it's his low. It's he's bottoming. He's at his bottomed out right now, where it's
we'll see.
Not doing it at the plate, having that game.
Hopefully,
maybe it's the kick in the pants he needs.
Because rock bottom is when you flip it around. That's when you establish your floor, and then you're like, all right, it's only up from here. So hopefully it's only up from here.
On top of it, he went 0 for 4. I think he is
2 Ks. Yeah,
he is currently 0 for his last. It looks like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 0 for his last 9. He's just having a rough go of it.
Yeah, in a vacuum, it's like, Freddie Freeman goes 0 for 9. Mookie Betts goes 0 for 9. But yeah, they're not hitting themselves in the head in the dugout, or having disputes with the GOAT.
Yeah, exactly.
Let the GOAT.
I mean, in his last 27 games, you're looking at only 2 games where he had multiple hits in the game. In a lot of offers in that run.
Yeah, again, in that lineup, that really stands out.
Yeah, it does.
Really stands out.
It does.
So
yeah, if you were holding on to Dalton Rushing thinking maybe this was all going to come together again, We'll see. In a way, if you're talking value at this point, I think the best thing to happen for his card value is he gets dealt somewhere. And maybe he gets the everyday playing time. He doesn't have the pressure here. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening there.
Yeah, we saw it happen with Gavin Lux.
Yeah,
moving out like talent around that time in their career, kind of like that second, third full after their second, third full season.
Hasn't quite worked out as you'd hoped with Gavin.
Different hitters, but that's what's gonna that's what happens with a guy like Rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're the odd man out, and not only is your bat making you the odd man out, like you're just your behavior. So I don't know, dude. I don't want to be too harsh on the guy because
he's the topic of discussion right now.
Who am I? But
2 days ago it was Rafi Devers waving off his manager. Now it's Dalton Rushing getting upset with Shohei Ohtani. It's
let's relax, guys.
In baseball
let's
circles.
Relax a little bit.
There's more daily podcasts. There's more weekly and daily podcasts for baseball than ever before. We have 162 games to dissect. It's going to happen where like one incident happens and we all revolve around it. And then, I get it. So, all right, let's do a little buy, sell, or hold. We haven't done this in a while. We like to call it the taxi squad. Who are we calling up? Who are we sending down? Who are we placing on the bench? It's the halfway point of the season. A couple of things halfway through the season. Also today, before we started, phase 1 of All-Star voting ended. And as this new voting system works.
Is that what we're calling it? Voting?
Voting. Well, stuffing, I don't know, bots are look, I don't want to accuse our neighbors up north of maybe figuring out a perfect bot system or voting system, but I'll say this. When you have an entire nation behind you versus, just your city, you can get a lot more votes. And the Toronto Blue Jays certainly put that to the test. So we'll talk a little bit about them, but we're talking some breakout candidates here or breakout stars, guys we haven't really discussed, but we do have to start with All-Star voting. Your top 2 vote getters who automatically go into the All-Star game. Shohei Ohtani, no duh. Surprise, surprise. I might want to make the argument that Kyle Schwarber deserved to be the starting DH, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't know. Just saying. He's Shohei Ohtani. Of course he's going to start the All-Star game. Number 1 in the American League is Ernie Clement, the Shohei Ohtani of the American League, right?
That's baby.
That's why. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, we all saw this coming. That smug slide into home in game 7 or 6 or whatever it was.
Ernie Clement this year is the baseball equivalent of the guy you kind of knew in high school who you somehow keep running into. You're like, why do we keep running into each other? Why were you on Team USA? How'd that happen? You're on Team USA? You had this breakout postseason out of nowhere? Who are you? And now you're the number 1 vote getter in the American League? Why do we keep running into each other? What's going on here?
Yeah. My favorite part about Ernie Clement is that he was an A.
Yes.
So.
And I believe Cleveland before that. And always just a defensive specialist, good, valuable ball player to have on a team.
Yeah,
but this is nuts.
I don't know his backstory, but a lot of these guys, like Max Muncy, Dodgers Max Muncy's an example. They have like a swing change, just a change in their swing, a little tweak, and then all of a sudden, like the barrel of their bat is traveling over the plate at like 28% greater than it was before, and like they're hitting they had 50-60 points to their batting average.
Yeah.
They get a little more confidence. Some guys are late bloomers, on both sides of the ball. Tariq Skubal is an example on the pitching side. Like these things happen, and like part of the reason we love baseball is because just it's the American man's game, dude. It's like you can just get it done, and like anyone can get it done. It used to be like, the Prince Fielders of the world, and the Bartolo Colons, and the Matt Stairs, and now it's a new age of ball players, and like the guy that just like is getting it done randomly, like it's not Billy Butler anymore, it's Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement. Look, the beauty of baseball is all those guys can be stars in the league, and so can a guy like Ernie Clement, and so can a guy like Jose Altuve.
Yeah, like Nasim Nunez on Washington. Like, these guys come out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's 30.
Otto Lopez, spoiler alert.
Yes, you're right. Look, just from purely a great story, like 30 years old, he makes his first All-Star team. He gets, you said it. Yeah. So he starts with Cleveland in 2021, just kind of like a defensive replacement guy, and never hits a 231 average in his first year with Cleveland in 40 games, 69 games between Cleveland and Oakland. In 2022, he bats 184, an abysmal .56 with Oakland in only 6 games, 18 at bats in one hit. Then he doesn't even get a shot. Goes to Toronto, and he's found himself. He's found a niche there. He's become a fan favorite. Great defensive player, can play all over the place. And yeah, he's 5th in the league in batting average. I know 292 is not, these aren't Tony Gwynn numbers. These aren't the heyday of batting average. But regardless, you're 292 for a full season. That's solid.
Great. That's great. Yeah.
A 1.2 WAR right now. He had a 4.3 WAR last year. He's a good player.
He's at 1.2 right now?
He's at 1.2. So maybe.
So he's not even on pace.
No.
And like we weren't even talking about this guy until October.
I know. Yeah.
I wasn't.
No, I wasn't either. I was like, again.
All year last year on this show, we weren't.
A useful player that you would like to have on your team. But that's all I thought about him. I wasn't,
Sure. Yeah, like perfect for Toronto. That's just the guy they have.
I think we talked about it last year, midway through last year. I was like, you look at that Toronto lineup, which is just like constant, like at midway through last year when they were on their World Series run, of just this, like, you don't see it as like a murderer's row other than the obvious guys, but they just constantly are just moving the line. Very, again, Brewers-like. I always kind of cite the Brewers as that type of team, but like it felt the same way.
They're the Brewers are a great example for so many things in baseball. They play the game the right way, and they kind
of had the feel of this ragtag team that got thrown together. But of course, when you throw in all-star level talent, superstars like Vlad, like Bo Bichette last year, he's not there anymore, but still, same thing.
Yeah.
Leads the league in doubles, 20. Currently leads all of baseball, or at least the American League, in doubles, which is not nothing. If you're looking at his cards right now, which, look, there was probably no market for Ernie Clement not that long ago. I want to say that you can't, his superfractor from, I just had it up. I got to get it back up here. I just had it real quick. $1,000, August 4th of last year, 2024, Topps Chrome Sapphire Superfractor. It is not a rookie. I don't believe he has a, I don't think he got a Topps Chrome. No, he did get a Topps Chrome rookie with the Cleveland Guardians. His Bowman is 2017. He's got 2017 Bowman.
Yeah.
Which right here, this was right after his big playoff run. This is a red BGS 9.5 that sold for $800 for the Bowman. First Bowman with Cleveland, BGS 9.5, $800. But you can see that we're still getting some high sales. That's a pop one on a BGS, on a PSA 10 number to 25, first Bowman auto at $700 for Ernie Clement. Look, clearly I don't think any of us are buying Ernie Clement right now. If you look, this is the perfect guy. We say it. This is the ultimate look at, if you were collecting 2017 Bowman, go back in the wherever you stored that base cards. If you still got it, go back in a shoebox, go back in a box, wherever. See, maybe you have something numbered of Ernie Clement. Maybe you've got even a chrome base. Who knows? Maybe. That's found money. That's like, again, it's finding a $20 bill under the couch right now. That's what it is with Ernie Clement. So obviously he's a pretty obvious sell at this point, I would say.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if Toronto's in it still. Every team is in it in the American League.
Toronto is very much back in it. They turned it around.
Every team's in it. So what I was going to say is like, this is probably the most publicity he'll get all season. But like I say that, and then they'll be in the World Series again this year, so who knows, but sell. Just sell. Good for him.
What are you
doing having Ernie Clement hanging around? Just get rid of that.
Yeah. Look, good for him. This is a great moment.
Send it up north. They clearly won it. I mean, shout out. It's an incredible fan base, and they got all of their players in they got everyone in their starting lineup in the All-Star game.
Yeah, that's insane.
Right, because right now
they're all finalists.
They're all in. So finalists are just for the starting positions. I mean, these guys are going to be in. No.
Well, I got to look at the more detailed breakdown of where we're at.
Like maybe if Kirk doesn't win the final vote, Kirk isn't like just defaulted to the backup. He might not be an all-star at all.
Ernie Clement is your leading. By the way,
Kirk has played 13 games. By the way, y'all, and he has like a 500 OPS.
Yeah, Shea Langoliers, who's having a great year. Come on now. Ernie Clement only had 100,000 votes less than Shohei Ohtani. That's insane. What are we doing, guys? Good for Ernie Clement, but what are we doing? Shea Langoliers, Alejandro Kirk. So Langoliers is first. Vlad Guerrero is first. He shouldn't be. It should be Ben Rice. Kazuma Okamoto is first. There's an argument to be made, but Junior Camanero's second. I think it should be Junior. Bobby Witt, Andres Jimenez. Come on now. Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Byron Buxton. Yes, those should be your 3 starters. Judge, I know is hurt, but he put up enough numbers. Then it's Cody Bellinger, Dalton Varsho, Jesus Sanchez. Again, come on, guys. What are we doing? DH, Yordan Alvarez, who's probably your MVP, and George Springer.
What?
Yeah. Canada.
Is he still in the league?
Canada. Look. Impressive.
Yeah,
An impressive display.
Bring back, we were ripping tier 1 yesterday. A bunch of Vernon Wells autos coming up.
Shout out to Vernon Wells.
Vernon Wells, bring him back.
Bring him back. Bring back Vernon. Bring back Shannon Stewart while we're at it.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. The O-Dog, Orlando Hudson.
Good Dodger.
Yeah, he was a Dodger, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Goodness. Yeah, this is getting pretty nuts.
He hit for the cycle with the Dodgers.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
O-Dog.
Wow. O-Dog. Great pull.
Yeah.
Jesus Sanchez beating out Julio Rodriguez, by the way, for the 6th spot in All-Star voting. Okay. Well,
you know what? Just because, just maybe so that the powers that may be, change things in the future. And this sounds so whiny right now. And I'm not even an American League guy. This sounds so whiny, though. But, like, maybe all of the Blue Jays should make up the starting lineup.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, so what do we have to do to make sure this doesn't
never happens again? This is very similar to what in the 60s when Reds fans stuffed the ballots.
Dude,
very infamous.
What about like 2010 when all the Giants were there?
This is true. 2012 when Pablo Sandoval started. I should mention Pablo Sandoval hit a home run in that game, just saying.
Yeah.
But you know what? With the injuries to the outfield, Aaron Judge is not going to play. Very good chance Mike Trout's not going to play.
Jesus Sanchez, baby.
So it's going to be it's going to be at least one Blue Jay, probably.
Varsho and Sanchez.
It could be. I mean, well, let's see. Injury replacements. I don't know how that's going to work. Is it like for the injury replacement starters, like it's not an automatic that they're just going to go with one of the guys. I don't know. We'll see. But there's a very distinct possibility that one of the Blue Jays here is starting with Byron Buxton and Cody Bellinger, both deserving All-Stars.
Dude, they probably have to go with, let's just say like Jesus Sanchez doesn't get the finalist vote, but one of the guys that gets the vote is injured. Jesus Sanchez will still probably have more votes than anyone else they could put in.
Yeah. He probably will. I don't know if it's always like a go-to of like, well, they had the fourth most votes. Now they're the injury replacement. They don't know if I don't think they always do that, but it could happen.
And it might be this way, and I think it actually is. Fans just vote the starters.
Yes. They just vote starters.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, well...
They don't think they do that final man thing anymore. Do you remember that for a while?
All right, well, how about this? What, John Schneider's the manager?
Yes.
So you think he's not going to put an extra couple Blue Jays in there if they don't get voted to the starting lineup?
Yeah. Could happen.
Yeah, you know what? It's all good, though, because...
Well...
It's all good.
The Dodgers also have all but one position with a finalist, but again, that makes a little more sense than Ernie Clement getting number one. So let's get off of Ernie Clement. Good for him. That's fine. Have fun with it.
Ernie deserves to be an all-star.
He does, actually. He's probably the best choice at second base.
And it kind of grinds my gears, though, a little bit. That smug slide into home. You guys know what I'm talking about. He's like smiling. He's all like, what? It's like they lost the series.
I was going to
so
say,
it's like,
you guys did win the World Series. So, there's that.
I just don't like that that's in him, to do that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It was a big moment. It was the biggest moment of his career.
Second place.
Good Lord. All right.
Silver medal.
Look, let's get back and let's get in our comfort zone back on the West Coast, and let's start talking pitching when we're talking to breakout candidates. Justin Robleski, I think, is a guy that is not getting, despite the fact that he plays for the Los Angeles Dodgers, the best team in the league, don't feel like he's getting talked about at all. Like, part of that is Shohei Ohtani's having a Cy Young caliber season. You've got other notable pitchers, Jacob Mizorowski having the season he's having, Christopher Sanchez with his remarkable run. But Justin Robleski, who was in the Dodger bullpen, he was not a rotation. He was not in this rotation to start the year. This was a guy that I think was seen as maybe the sixth guy at best in this rotation. But because of injuries has been elevated and has absolutely stepped up and has been one of the better pitchers in all of Major League Baseball. Very impressive. He's sixth in the league right now in WHIP. He's got a 2.71 ERA. I believe he's among league. Yeah, he's tied for, or he's close to, right at the top of the leaderboard for wins, I believe, right now. So
8-2.
I believe so. Yeah,
he's tied with Shohei, I think. Actually,
it's very, very impressive. Yeah, I just had it up here right now. Where my whole all my stats are weird.
8.
You're right. Yeah, it's very impressive what he's been doing. I don't know if he's fully in the Cy Young conversation, but the fact that I even said that is kind of nuts. He's right now. You can get his first Bowman auto raw, $55. For a guy who probably is going to make the All-Star team, I would think. He might sneak in. It's pitching is so strong in the National League this year. There's so much depth with pitchers. He might get left off, but it does help when your manager is the manager of the All-Star team.
Dave will put him in. He's kind of turning out to be, I mean, from a different side of the rubber, but like the left-handed Tony Gonsolin that we really kind of hoped for.
Kind of taking that spot.
Tony had some injuries and is just out of baseball now. And Robleski is, kind of like that funky arm slot and has a bunch of different pitches and is kind of Gonsolin was kind of like in the middle of like Kershaw and Greinke and Hyun-Jin Ryu, and there's a bunch of big personalities and big other stars going on, and he just kind of kept his head down and just pitched every fifth day. Gonsolin seems to kind of have that demeanor too, a little bit of hothead, not like hothead in like a explosive way, but in like a very competitive way. Mm-hmm. Already now has awesome postseason experience, which is just I gotta imagine that is just it's invaluable. Who knows? It's you can flip a switch. It seems like you have all this postseason experience, and then like you're in a regular season game and a contentious moment or high leverage moment, like you have that switch that you can flip, or at least you have just that experience is crazy. And Gonsolin. I'm still talking about Gonsolin. The Catman, by the way.
Catman.
He wore cat cleats.
He loved cats.
Yes.
Still does.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Robleski, lefty, he's in the Roki, Yamamoto, Shohei / the rest of the National League pitching phenomenon thing going on. He's going to get left out of conversations, but the Dodgers are going to be very successful throughout the probably remainder of the season, whatever that looks like, and he's going to be like extremely instrumental. And a guy I'm trying to think of. Kershaw had a stopper. CC Sabathia also was like a big stopper, right? Robleski kind of has that calm, that stoicism to him, and he's been big in big moments too. So I can't say enough about him. I'm sure Dave is going to put him on if one way or another the demand isn't there from fans or whatever. But
look, this is to me this is what
he should pitch in it. I think he's deserved to actually pitch an inning in it, because not everyone pitches.
True.
If he's available.
This is, I think, maybe one of the more impressive things, and it's one if you're looking to buy on him. He's 25, which is not if you're like thinking about the future, obviously you want to be a little bit younger, but like he's 25, he's still got plenty of time in this league potentially. But the thing that maybe holds his price back, maybe might have collectors holding him back, is he doesn't have that overwhelming strikeout stuff. Now, he doesn't give up a ton of hits. He is 7th in the league in hits allowed. The only guys above him are literally the most dominant pitchers in the National League. It's Mizorowski, it's Chase Burns, it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Paul Skeens, Nolan McLean, and Chris Sale. And there's Justin Robleski right in the mix with that one. It's not he doesn't have the strikeout stuff. He doesn't have the overwhelming stuff of all those guys. Literally all those guys above him are guys who lean on strikeouts, who lean on dominance. And he's not that kind of guy. He's the only outlier there, which is both maybe something, again, holding you back if you're like, I don't know if it's worth the investment, but also a testament to what he's been doing and how impressive he is. And to me, it makes it more impressive that he is in that company without the kind of stuff that those guys have. So credit to him. It's been a very good story for him and to step up and be a huge fixture on this team. It's kind of the opposite of what we're talking about with Dalton Rushing. I was
just going to say, there's an example of a guy handling the pressure and he's showing up.
Feeding off of it. Being able to be part of this. So,
and who knows, maybe he's will continue to get even better. And, why not? Yeah. He's 25's young.
They're going to have a decision to make when the rotation gets fully healthy. And I don't know why you would take him out at this point.
Oh no! I mean, Emmett Sheehan goes.
Yeah, right. Well, they're probably going to have
at least traded.
I was going to say you're going to have what? You're going to have to make a decision on at least 2 guys in that rotation at some point.
Dodgers can be like, hey, rest of the league. Not only do we have this awesome pitcher for you, but you can have his catcher too.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. A couple other guys I want to talk about.
Battery mates.
Otto Lopez is leading the major leagues in batting average.
By a healthy margin.
Just want to say that one more time.
By like almost 10 points, right?
Yeah, by 8 points currently.
There you go.
We'll talk about the second place guy here momentarily, whose market is the second place guy whose market is a million times better than what Otto Lopez's is. Otto Lopez, who the biggest card ever sold, an Otto Lopez card, is a Superfractor PSA 10 2022 Topps Cosmic Chrome, which I feel like we don't say very often. $750. Sold on May 5th of this year. So clearly someone went, I've been holding this thing for a long time. It's finally my time. My time has come. I believed in Otto Lopez for all these years, and here we are. It's finally paid off. Good for that guy, whoever that is. Good for Otto Lopez. Surprising, very surprising. He's been a guy that has like enough teams have taken a shot on him where it tells me there's that a lot of teams have believed in him. He was on the Blue Jays for a while. Very briefly was a Giant. Did not make it to Major League camp with the Giants, and then went to Miami where he's found a spot and now 340 batting average, and a lot of Marlins are up near the top of Major League batting average, which is very strange to say, or at least they were for a minute. They're a bit of fallen off, but like Xavier Edwards is still floating around 300 as well. Another guy in the Ernie Clement camp of probably is now the time. There's literally not going to be another time to sell. He will be an all-star. He'll be fine.
I just set a reminder on my phone. I have an Otto Lopez gold auto.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I have one somewhere.
Look, we're gonna do this on the fly. I'm gonna see what are we talking? Bowman, Todd? Do you know what was that?
No, so it's I think it's like what's it called? It's unlicensed.
Okay.
It's like a Trinity or something.
Gotcha.
Gold, like gold to 10.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, look,
I can picture it. I don't know what set it's from. It's like it's not Trinity, but it has like like one of those like nice patches in it.
Yeah.
And
there have been a lot of sales recently, and but of course, surprise, these are the best selling Otto Lopez cards. I just looked up a gold because you said that 22 Topps Chrome Gold Wave rookie PSA 10 at 175 for Otto Lopez. Again, a card that probably they didn't expect to get anything for when you first ball. They go, all right, fine, whatever. Otto Lopez, that's a guy in the league. Didn't think he would be batting 340 on June 25th, but here we are. So good for him. Yeah, ultimate time to sell guy.
Yeah, it's like a free fill up your gas tank on Otto Lopez kind of deal. You know,
There you go.
or on you. I guess you paid for the card originally.
Yeah,
but
that's fair. Any chance he is leading the league in batting average by the year's end?
no.
Yeah.
Well, any chance, yes, but if
You were to bet on it, yeah, I'm kind of in the same camp. Especially when you see the names just below him, and those are like names that we're used to seeing, or some that maybe we thought we would eventually see, and that's who leads me to my next guy I want to talk about, a guy who's had a very healthy market for some time. It's Jung-Hoo Lee, who right now is second in all of baseball at 330 with a 332 average. It just looks like a completely different player at the plate recently with the Giants. Looks like the guy that they took a shot on. Also not striking out a ton. I think he's got 27 strikeouts and 274 at bats. So it's just everything that we were promised when the Giants signed him is the player he has become. And then on top of that, being one of the personalities, the faces of the team for sure, and a personality that the MLB likes to highlight. The thing that kind of, I don't want to say surprised me, because like you're going to see the prices here for some of Jung-Hoo Lee's recent sales, and like they are very healthy. I want to say, yeah, the most recent big sale for Jung-Hoo Lee, you're looking at a 24 out of the Mojo packs, silver packs, whatever you want to call them, hobby exclusive packs of Topps Chrome rookie auto. That's a red PSA 10, sold for just about $1,000.
Oh, that's a cool card.
It's a great looking card. I don't know why in my head though, I was almost expecting his market to have just gone to the moon.
I mean, he has many parts of the world in on his market.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought it was higher too. I'm a little more tapped into his market. I think oddly enough, that's a story for a different time, but you can find steals on him daily. Like eBay right now, like there are incredible deals, and people are listing his stuff for auctions, and auctions are ending every day. And yeah, I mean, he's really good, and he's been good. He's just had some weird stretches, and I think there was a time too where he wasn't playing 100% healthy also.
Yeah.
So
I mean, his rookie year is basically a wash because he got hurt a month and a half into the season. Then last year was almost kind of seen as like, oh, this is the year where he gets acclimated to Major League Baseball. Had some streaky moments where by the end of the year, you looked at the numbers and you went, oh, that's not half bad. This year is the year where it's like, okay, if he's going to figure it out, it's got to happen this year. It is happening. And yet his biggest sales remain Inception, first Milestones relic that sold for $5,500 that sold in February before any of this happened.
Yeah.
You got a Bowman draft. There's a Bowman draft PSA 9 red rookie auto that sold of May of last year for $7,000. That still remains his biggest card. So, and the other big ones that have sold recently are all like Topps Transcendence that are like, well, yeah, that it is going to be that. So I guess I'm just a little surprised that it's not like there hasn't been the huge influx. Maybe it's coming. Maybe a lot of people are like, I'm holding because now maybe I'm going to play the long game of this is a star. I'm going to wait maybe for the Giants to get good again. And
so
I don't know.
I think that's a big part of it too. The Giants just are not doing him any favors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's probably a huge part of it.
Yeah.
It's unfair to Jung-Hoo Lee, and those that, are already invested in him, but
it seems,
I mean, if you're the best player on the worst team, it's like, all right, cool.
Right. That's really what it comes down to, despite the
Unless
fact
you're
that
Mike Trout, it's
right. You're in a big market. You are a marketable guy, but clearly maybe there's the decision, probably among Jung-Hoo Lee collectors, which there are many, that now is not the time to sell. Now is actually the time to hold, which is very like...
I'd buy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I think his stuff's still up, I should say, but not maybe, like I said, not to the point I thought it was
so down. It was so down. Like,
yeah,
you can get rookie autographs for under $100. And I think for what he means to that part of the world, other side of the world, and what he means to the Giants franchise and just to baseball in general. Like Cody was saying, like baseball loves to promote him. As much as they don't like to admit, they love to talk about the Giants.
They do.
So do I. Dude, the Giants are fascinating. I feel like my entire lifetime they always have been.
They're truly one of their whole season has been strange, controversial, all over, all the above. It is one of the strangest, most frustrating seasons of Giants baseball I can remember.
Like, yeah, strange.
Strange is a good way to put it.
Moments of brilliance and clutch, and then just some of the worst baseball.
A lot of shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
A lot of that. A lot of it. To your point, this is a PSA 9, but it's a number to 499 rookie auto of Jung-Hoo Lee that sold, in fact, maybe just hours ago for under $100. 77.50. If you don't care about the PSA 10 versus PSA 9,
that's a great card.
It's a great looking card. So, to your point, you can still get a decent numbered Jung-Hoo Lee rookie auto for under $100, despite the fact that he's having the year that a lot of people were hoping for and waiting for.
Yeah, we did a quad case of tier 1 yesterday and player break. We pulled over 100 autos. I think many of the boxes had bonus hits and stuff. We had over 100 autos.
Yeah.
There were probably less than 8 hits that people actually everyone in kind of unison in the chat exclaimed about. Jung-Hoo Lee was one of them.
People like
Everyone
him.
was like, wow, that's really cool.
People like Jung-Hoo.
He's awesome. Also, the autograph was it was a sticker auto. It was upside down.
Not great.
Not great, but I thought about it. Being I have over 300 Corey Seager autographs.
Right.
I don't have one that's upside down. I'd be down.
That's true. That is true.
If that's your first Jung-Hoo Lee auto, you're like, wow, an avocado, thanks. But if if you're buying Jung-Hoo Lee all over the place or have a handful, I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's just like
all right.
It's also a sign of the times. Like, hey, remember back in that era when things were just getting mass printed and people couldn't even care less to put the stickers on the right way?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Look, I love that you're
I'm romancing the era here.
You're making lemonade out of lemons. I do appreciate that. Give me my autos upwards, please. On the
first
the
and foremost,
direction.
for sure. Yes, and then
don't sign them upside down. Maybe there's that. Well, if it's on card, if it's on card.
No, it was a sticker, but wow, that's interesting though.
If it's on card, maybe
because I wonder if that's ever happened. That's 100% happened.
That's
an on-card auto upside down because they signed it upside down.
That has to have happened.
Yeah,
100% has had to have happened.
One that was not an accident but intentional. I think I brought it up on the show many months ago. Andre Dawson signed a framed mini in Allen and Ginter, and you can imagine his autograph. It's pretty long. He doesn't compromise on the auto, right? He wrote up the side of the card, so it was tall.
That's pretty cool.
Because on the mini, you only have that much space.
That's true.
So he signed where he had that much space.
Look, and that's a guy who, again, it's a man that is awesome. Maybe that's on the Mount Rushmore of autos. I would put it there,
and on the Mount Rushmore of nicknames. The Hawk, bro.
Yeah,
come on.
That's
the Hawk and Crime Dog on Mount Rushmore.
Hawk and Crime Dog, 100%, 100%. That is without question. Don't get me started on Crime Dog. The most he should. I was saying he should have been in the Hall of Fame the moment he took off a baseball uniform. And
anyway. 493 homers. That should get you in most of the time. I always
say if he had just hit 7 more, we wouldn't even be having this discussion.
Right? I know. That's a good weekend. That's a good week.
Yeah.
It's like a hot week. That's player of the week.
Right. He could have done it. Anyway.
Well, he's in now.
So he's in now, so it doesn't matter. We don't need to complain anymore. So
yeah, and it's not posthumous or anything. So
I'll just throw this out. We talked a lot. We'll wrap things up, but I do want to throw out one more name that I think is very interesting. Is Kyle Harrison on the Milwaukee Brewers. Has had a weird couple of years. Was a top Giants prospect. Had a couple of moments with the Giants, but then gets traded for Rafi Devers, and then the Red Sox immediately trade him to the Brewers. Look, Giants fans can complain about, he's the one who got away, but you do have Rafi Devers. I know things are weird right now, but still, he has the potential to turn things around very fast. If you're the Red Sox, though, good Lord, you got Caleb Durbin and some spare parts. No offense to everybody else in that trade, but man, oh man, that is the one that's going to haunt the Boston Red Sox for a long time. He's having a fantastic year. You can get his first Bowman PSA 10 auto, just sold for $126. There's like a little part of me that's still like, I'm not mad at that price. It's definitely gone up from what it was. I'm still not mad at that price. And like, again, what the Brewers are able to do, they are just able to find a guy who's got who's got some talent. The biggest mistake in baseball was letting a guy with that much potential on the Milwaukee Brewers and have their staff be like, let's fix you. And of course they did. So good for him.
Yeah, people forget the Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Freddie Peralta days when they were just wiping out teams in the postseason, and then until they weren't. But that's formidable. And then they have it now with Miz,
Harrison,
Sprout gang. Have you been seeing the guy on Instagram standing outside of Fenway, the fan that's just yelling for
I think I saw you share this guy. Yeah.
To sell the team.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
I think I've been seeing you share that guy a couple of times.
Yeah, I love that guy.
This is, Boston is, but John Henry, who is way more interested in, whatever soccer team he owns. I think it's Liverpool. I think. Sorry. That we're wrapping it where I'm now. We were praising soccer, and I'm like, I don't know. He owns some soccer team out there in England. He doesn't care about baseball anymore. He truly does not care about baseball. He's more big on the Fenway Sports Group, including LeBron James owning Arsenal or Leicester City. I don't know.
Who's that?
Right. Who cares? Yeah, come on. Yeah, they should sell. Truly, the Red Sox should sell. Henry should sell. He doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Thanks for 04. Thanks for breaking the curse.
How many teams are for sale?
Get your $4 billion, whatever the Red Sox. It's some ungodly amount the Red Sox are going to sell for.
Yeah, without knowing CBA, it's like I wonder if teams will be for sale after like CBA is all said and done.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a few teams that probably the for sale sign. It's already happening.
It's not looking very pro owner so far.
No. Well, though, trust me, we're not seeing the other side of things where we're getting some. There's going to be plenty of things that are pro owner. I mean, salary cap in general is pro owner. So
I'd love to do a CBA talk one of these days where we do a CBA talk and like what cards are in jeopardy. What do you need? What do you have to liquidate right away?
That's a great call.
Get rid of right now because you could be just stuck in no man's land.
If we are at the point where, yes, we have worst case scenario, we miss a year of baseball.
And then who do you want to hoard if there's no baseball? Like, hey, no more baseball. Who do you want to make sure you have, right? That'd be cool.
Great call. I like that topic a lot. Let's make it happen. So stay tuned. We're gonna do a CBA.
Just
episode.
Thought of that right now.
I like that a lot. I actually love that idea. Let's make it happen. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more great stuff coming. We've got Fanatics Fest coming up soon. We're gonna have fun stuff. Bum's gonna be out there. That's gonna be amazing. We have the National at the end of July as well. I'll be out there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be out there?
Yes.
Oh man. We're gonna make it happen.
Dude,
it's gonna be fun.
I'm so excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Summer in the hobby is it's awesome.
You're gonna have 2 weeks of it's gonna be incredible. So I can't wait.
Fanatics Live. There's like a lot of baseball out right now. We have Dynasty still breaking.
Yep.
Inception Tier 1 just came out. Check us out. Also, we mentioned the World Cup stuff happening on all platforms.
Yep.
Fanatics Live, Mojobreak.com.
Yep. Of course, don't forget to join us on eBay Live as well. We're still over on eBay Live. We actually this week have some really cool singles auctions going on, specifically throwing it back to the 90s and the 2000s basketball. There's some awesome like jambalaya cards I saw that we're auctioning off.
Every Thursday, I think they're doing singles every Thursday.
Every Thursday, we're doing singles. Right now, going all in on hockey, which, look, the draft, if you're listening to this on release day, draft is tonight. So going to be a whole new batch of big rookies to chase. eBay Live is where you can find almost all of our hockey breaks, all hockey releases we're ripping there. We got the singles, plus Mojobreak Gaming is over there as well. There's been tons of huge gaming and entertainment releases. Top Scrum Disney was a huge hit.
That was so much fun.
It's super fun.
Those reflections.
The reflections are amazing. I need me a Darkwing Duck reflection like yesterday.
If you're watching this and you're listening to this, we're live right now. So whatever you consume, entertainment, sports, whatever you like, we're live right now. So.
Yep. And Fanatics Collect Originals, we are live there as well. New podcast. Come and join us there. It's going to be looking back at the craziest, viral, goofiest moments across the hobby, stuff that makes us laugh, stuff that makes us debate. And we want you to join in on the conversation.
Yeah.
Fanatics Live is where that's going to live. The Hype on Collect. You can find us every Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be fun. So Bubba's probably going to join for at least a few episodes, right?
Yeah.
He'll be in on it. Yeah, there we go.
I love Collect.
There we go.
If it has Fanatics on it, I'm about it.
That's right.
I'm in love.
I mean, look, you're the face. You're right. You're the face of the whole app for us here at Mojobreak, so you got to be on the show. So
I just need a tattoo or something.
There you go.
Right next to my lightning bolt.
You can be like Shane with his Mojobreak tattoo. Yeah. Put it right in the middle of his shoulders or something like that. I think it's where it is, in his back.
Yeah.
Sorry to out Shane for his Mojobreak tattoo. I don't think it's his. No, it's on his arm.
We gotta get like, well, anyway.
Let's leave it right there and let your imagination run wild.
I don't want to say something because it's on camera. It's like someone's gonna be like, bet,
Yeah.
Like, dang.
True. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do the whole like top comment. I have to do whatever happens if this thing happens.
Dude.
Careful now.
Stop doing that, people.
Careful now. Yeah, you don't need to do that. So, all right.
The comments are wild on that.
Yeah.
The top comments.
Because the moment you do that, you're just asking.
Never worth doing.
No, don't do it. Pro tip. Until next time. Thanks for listening to Wax Packs Warning Tracks. Catch us wherever you get podcasts. Subscribe to Mojobreak Media. All that good stuff. For Bubba, I'm Cody. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.